you know what? YouTube corporate might not be the collection of douchebags I thought they were. Well, they still are, but not this time. Maybe. Let's discuss this. Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is AJ. So back in December of 2021, I did a video on a YouTuber, Totally Not Mark, who had 150 of his videos struck down by Toei Animation. Now, for those of you who don't know, just to make a long story short, Mark is a anime YouTuber on the platform, focusing on Dragon Ball and One Piece content. And yeah, 3 years worth of work was struck down by Toei Animation. And he ended up taking a bit of a hiatus to deal with the situation, amongst other things. And now he is back with an incredible update. And here is what he had to say.
Prior to any email being sent to me, Toei Animation sent YouTube directly over 150 takedown notices. These are requests to YouTube not to block my content, but to delete them off of my channel, which would lead to strikes right off the bat and likely would result in the termination of my account, and that's bad. But this is where I want to give YouTube some credit. In response to this request, YouTube, as per their policy, did not remove the videos, but rather requested Toei to confirm that they had considered exceptions to copyright, such as fair use and fair dealing. In other words, YouTube looked at my content and felt that the videos might qualify for such an exception. Courts have decided that copyright owners must consider fair use before they send a takedown, and so they passed the ball back to Toei to provide further reasoning. And this is where this gets interesting. In response to this, Toei broke YouTube's policy, and instead of responding with a justification for their takedown notices per YouTube's request, they instead used their own tools behind YouTube's back to manually claim and block each and every one of the over 150 videos in my catalog of content.
So yeah, that's right, folks. Toei messed up, and due to that, all of Mark's 150 plus videos have been reinstated. Now, he's not out of the woods just yet, as his contact from YouTube, which he, speaks about in the video, tells him that if the videos stay up as they are, they might be susceptible to another attack in the future. So, but ultimately, I think this is actually a good thing. Well, I mean, obviously, it is a good thing. This is a huge victory. But the whole situation, as it is good. And like I said, despite how debilitating this was for him and his team, this will actually sweeten the future for, content creators. I think Toei making an example out of a well-established YouTuber is, again, this is what needed to happen in order to bring this type of, just this situation to light, pretty much. I mean, how many creators, just go the way of the dinosaur, small creators that, you don't even think of, how many hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands, I mean, it took them, almost destroying the life of somebody pretty well known in order for, just massive exposure to happen. And like I said, I really am glad this happened, because it's going to sweeten the future for us content creators. Now, the reason why it's like this is because of YouTube's safe harbor policy, and that pretty much guarantees major companies like Toei a method in protecting their IPs, because yes, there are actual creators out there, or pirates, who take content, upload it as their own, and on that note, it's actually funny because, which I'll get into a little later, but Toei pretty much lumps Mark and any other content creator that they come across, they lump them in the same category as an actual pirate, people who straight rip episodes or movies and puts them on their channel. So, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. And on that note, I actually want to talk a little more about Toei's intentions, because now, due to this, they actually seem a bit more calculating and just very cold. I mean, it would be one thing if they had followed the guidelines, you know, if they had actually provided, you know, evidence saying that, hey, this actually does not count as fair use. Because now let's remember, a few of the videos that were taken down, they featured drawings Mark did himself. You know, like they weren't actual pieces of their IP, you know. So again, it really does prove that they had some intern somewhere in Toei just, again, randomly picking videos, because at some point, you know, a few of the videos on the list are, again, all the videos on the list were technically fair use, but some were just a lot more blatant than others, and it looks like they were just picking videos at random, and oh, well, look, that's our IP, that's mine, you know. So, but with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm really glad that, again, the situation is starting to turn around for Mark, and there is actual hope for creators. Oh, and on that note, now he does go on to say in his video, which I'll link in the description below, that his contact was an immeasurable help. You know, I mean, to find an actual human being with an actual shred of decency in this corporation, you know, is like, whew, you know, very rare. So, and I'm glad he found his contact, you know. And again, this whole situation, again, while it was stressful for him and his family and his team, it's good because, again, this issue is finally getting the exposure that it needs. But I've droned on long enough. If you folks like the sound of my voice, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you around. This is AJ, signing out.